It's already May.
Yep. It'll be December soon.
Yeah, I see Dave is online, even if he's not
Oh,
here
well,
yet.
he just texted me, so he's around.
Yeah.
Too many windows. Everybody been doing okay? No COVID?
My wife got COVID. She's fine. I don't think the strain that's out right now is anywhere as dangerous as what we've encountered prior to now.
No, I don't think so. I think it's down to like a bad flu.
I think the flu in some cases might be worse for some people.
Could be. I had a friend, coworker had it. They sort of knew they had. They figured it was COVID because they couldn't smell or taste.
I mean, some people die from flu, some people die from COVID, so by extension, it must be true that it's worse for some than others in both cases.
Yep.
Oh,
Have any of you made it to the D&D movie?
No, I wasn't.
no.
I don't know. I wasn't particularly interested.
Really, it's
Although
good. I saw it.
It's digital download now, so it didn't last
Yeah.
very long.
Well, some stuff's worth watching in the theater.
I think I came across something. They might have broken even on it.
Oh no, they'll make. I think it's already made money.
Yeah, but it wasn't. No, it wasn't like a huge blockbuster or anything. I mean, yeah, it probably made like 250 million or so in sales, but
I mean, it's a niche product.
compared to the Mario movie,
I would have been very surprised if Mario wasn't successful, even though I will never watch it. Because
Well,
it's a huge market
yeah.
of Mario lovers.
Yeah, I realized that reasonably small the D&D market is when I can't remember which one of those video game franchises has more players than Dungeons and Dragons, like like World of Warcraft and things like that.
Oh yeah. Although D&D is probably the largest player base right now it's ever had.
Oh yeah, I mean they still make up. Well, I guess at least a couple years ago, they made up like a third of Hasbro's income or sales.
I think there's actually activist people who want to want Wizards of the Coast out of Hasbro.
Oh, I think there would be. I think they just, yeah, they probably want some sort of independence and not be.
So it's investors who are like, there's more value if they break the company up.
I see what you mean. It's just it's ironic because Wizards of the Coast got bought by Hasbro, and now because they were doing so well, now break them up again.
I think eventually it will get broken out in time with Magic and D&D. Because toys are not the market they were.
It's still fairly big, just because when the whole OGL battle was going on, I was reading about how Hasbro and Mattel still fight a lot over the rights for.
Yeah, and there's no
Toys.
money as a result because they outbid each other, so all the profit goes to the license holder.
True, but there's
Right.
kids still want to buy toys.
Oh yeah, but the question is how much profit are they making?
Yeah. Well, as long as they got sweatshops in Canada, they'll be fine. I mean, and in China.
There's no sweatshops in China anymore. They're all in Sri Lanka,
Oh,
Vietnam, and
Vietnam. Yeah.
So I have a question. I was wondering if anybody could tell me if I'm here.
I don't know.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I mean-
Thank you.
I'm not sure if you're an AI or not, but
I mean, you were muted up until a moment ago.
The power has been out all day long. Came on
Oh.
about half an hour ago, and I'm still kind of asleep. So it's 2:30 in the morning right now.
Yeah, sounds like you had a good vacation with your family, though.
We did. It was incredible. Saw a whole lot of really cool things. Got to sleep in a palace.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Definitely.
got to see lots of your Facebook updates while you were actually away, rather than having it years after the fact. So I assume
Well-
you must have had a house sitter so that people didn't rush over and rob you.
We had a house sitters, and we kind of figured then it was safe for people to know that we weren't home because
Yeah.
we let that person deal with all the people breaking in instead. That was the idea. So how's everybody else doing?
Been busy.
I am not jet lagged.
Yeah, I went down to Portland last weekend for a couple of days and had a good little mini vacation. That was great.
Did you
Portland's a nice place in spots.
spend
Yep.
more at Powell's than you did on a hotel?
Yes.
Yep.
Although not by much. Hotel rates had gone up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that's not true. I spent more on books than I did on the hotel, but I bought a bunch of comic books too. So the Powell's bill was slightly less than a hotel bill by itself.
That's one heck of a bookstore, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I went to 3 different branches.
So that someone's still reading books in the U.S.
I hope there are people reading them in Canada too, because we've got one coming out this year.
Really? What is it?
Hot Springs 4th edition.
Oh, so it's updating what I already have.
Yes, so it's going to be 10 years newer.
10 years already. Holy cow!
Or 9 years, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
time flies.
Yeah, it does kind of, doesn't it?
Well, every time a earthquake hits, he has to update it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, or floods or fires or whatever. Yeah, suddenly all the roads change. So for this one, most of the springs themselves are the same. It's the access that's changed on like
Oh, okay.
probably 30% of them or something. So yes, hopefully people still buy books.
I do.
As long as it's ebook, you're probably good.
We're reading the title page there, and the publisher actually has an ISBN for ebook there, so we're going to be interested in seeing how they do that. This would be the first time.
Somebody would buy as an ebook.
Well, you still get a little check from the library system, don't you? Every year?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, something called access copyright for the old editions and things. For the theory is that people are photocopying the old books, and so we get royalties for that. Not much. It's like less than $100 a year, but still.
I was reading this thing on Stephen King, and for his second book, it was back in like '74. He got like $250,000.
Wow.
For the published. What was it? Oh no, I can't remember now. I can't remember if it was 250 or 2.5 million. But he got a lot of he got a lot for his books back then.
It's because of the volume of sales.
Yeah, no, but it was just like, but just that dollar value is that's pretty high for the '70s because like trying to oh no, I think it was like the equivalent of making $2.5 million selling a paperback now.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that was his. Well, I mean, he had done a lot of publishing of short stories and stuff, but for his second novel, that was pretty significant.
That is for anybody. Yeah.
And just think of how many books he's sold and written so far.
Oh yeah, well, and all the movies and TV shows and yeah.
One of these people that no longer needs to work for a living.
But he still does. Still pumping out books.
And why not? They're going to pay that much.
Well, I think it's just you've been doing it for 60 years. It just becomes natural to go over to your office in the morning and type some pages.
Yeah, it's just your routine.
Concerning some of those stories that he makes now are, ideas he had from years past.
I don't know how he can sleep at night with some of those ideas.
He actually, I think he got in trouble with a teacher, like at school once for the nature of his stories. That whole, there's that little cartoon. I can't remember if it's a Far Side or not, but it's little Stephen King in school at the front of the class tells the story, and like half the kids are running out of the class. And it's like, that's actually not too far from the truth.
Are we going to wait for Ken? Is he having technology problems?
He probably is, but we can start because the first part. No.
So did we agree that we're going to take an overnight journey to Kelvin's Grove?
That was your plan.
I think it was still up in the air, but
Okay.
we can certainly do that.
I think the upshot was that everyone except me wanted to do it, so we were doing it. Now, from a storyline point of view, I don't think we need to go. But from let's get experience points and get closer to the next level, I definitely want to go. Although,
is this on the stream to level up there, Wes?
Yeah, well, it would.
it'll probably get us partway there, and then
Yeah.
we'll be pleasantly surprised the next time.
It would get you in that direction. Yes.
But yeah, I'm just happy to experiment with what my latest levels additions has done for my character.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, so.
And maybe the guy hasn't actually been there.
Well, the
Despite
Frost
what the rumors
Giant seemed to think he has, but
Well, he was at Kelvin's Cairn, and there might have been other things that he didn't find.
And maybe he didn't find what he was looking for.
Like, yeah, those giants know he was looking for it, but there's no confirmation that he actually has the Ring of Winter.
but if he went there and lived, then he probably killed off anything nasty that's there. So it'll be a nice little cakewalk for us.
Right.
Well, and the thing is, there's actually been like he wasn't in Bryn Shander, and nobody's actually knows what he looks like. So you're not even sure if he. Nobody in Bryn Shander knew what he looks like. So it can't be. Well, whether he was in Bryn Shander or not, there's no confirmation that he actually left Kelvin's Cairn.
Right.
It's just it's more trying to find more clues type thing.
Yeah.
So
I think we should do it.
there is yeah, so you can make your way out. There's a path that there's a main road, but there's also a smaller road that follows this sort of the ridge of the valley, one side of a valley. There are two towns along the way to Kelvin's Cairn. They are, I will put them in the chat. Caer-Dineval and Caer-Konig.
So what's the return time on this? Was it just like a day each way or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's overland. There's no high-speed ferry?
No.
No dragons to hire or griffins.
You can.
Okay.
Not I was gonna say I'm just making sure I spelled this right. Oh, let's just K.
There's Ken.
There.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
It's the mythical.
Okay, I see Wes.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one that got my video on, so that's fine.
Yes. But it's working. That's the important thing.
No, but you can rent axe beaks to ride or horses, which will speed up the trip, or a dog sled.
And do you have a proficiency in dog sledding?
If anybody has animal handling, they can probably manage it.
I have basic animal handling.
Well,
I've got animal
are you
handling.
actually proficient?
No, not proficient.
Okay.
I am proficient in animal handling. I've been looking after the horses we've had previously.
Yeah. So I mean, you could either get rent horses or rent a dog sled.
I mean, I'm probably faster than the dog sled if there's good traction with my winter boots here.
Yes.
Do we have anybody to bring with us who can look after the horses while we're inside the mountain?
Well, you would probably get to Caer-Konig and then walk from there.
Just find a parking lot for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure we could pay some in to keep an eye on them.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we can pay somebody for anything, whether they do it or not.
If we come back to dead horses, it's going to be a tavern burned to the ground.
Mm.
It's the horses, those chaotic horses.
They were nightmares all along.
Well, yeah, horses sound like probably the easiest way.
Okay. Let's see. You make it to Caer-Dineval, no problem. It's just a smaller town on the way. And you sort of just stop there for a short break to water the horses, take a break, and then move along to Caer-Konig. And on the way to Care Koenig, can people make a perception check as you're riding along?
Okay.
13.
20.
16.
11.
So, what did Quick Talk get?
Click Talk is paying attention to his horse because it's very strange.
Okay. The horse thinks you're pretty strange too.
I'm not surprised by that.
So what's Dave's character's name again?
Emmeline?
Emmeline notices up ahead that there's a number of people on the side of the road up ahead, and so the cars actually represent very large wagons. And
Okay.
there are some bison, and basically, I mean, people notice the cars up ahead, but Emmeline more noticed the crowd of people and animals and stuff more seeking shelter or taking shelter in the trees and stuff like that.
Taking shelter, okay.
Well, it's yeah. So during the day there was a light snow started.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, the cars represent carts.
Yeah, they're very well, very large sleds. Things on
Okay.
they're basically wagons, but they're on skis.
And is that shiny patch of blue beside them like ice?
Yeah, it's an icy
So
area.
frozen over pond or something?
Yeah,
And one of them is partially broken into it.
well, we'll just take it out of there. These are just parked along the side. They just put the sleds along the side. They're not actually in the ice or in the pond.
All right. Now, all these people taking shelter, are they? They don't look panicked. They more like they're just setting up a camp or something.
Yeah, it looks like they're just. It's getting later in the afternoon, and yeah.
Well, do we want to ask to join them if they have any beer or anything?
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah,
I'll go first.
You figure you're about an hour out of town, but yeah. So you can either stop here or you can just pass through.
Oh, we can greet them and then find out information about the area from them, but indicate that we're on our way to the town. I don't see why we wouldn't keep on going.
Yeah, if we're only an hour out, then keep on going. You're right. Stop and say hi. See
Okay.
what they have to say.
All right. Click Talk rides up to the caravan, falls out of his saddle, it slams into the snow, and turns into a snowball.
Intentionally or by accident?
It was unintentional. He's not really good with a horse. You can assign falling damage if you like. Doesn't matter.
No, it's okay. But make a dex check as you're
Sure.
trying to get off the horse. You're actually trying to figure like how do I swing my leg over or yeah. Anyways, make a dex check.
That's a terrible roll. 3 + 5, 8.
Okay. Yeah, so you actually end up like sliding off the back of the horse and landing on your back. You don't take any damage, but yeah, you're like this metallic barrel lying on the ground there.
There's a moment where before he falls off, Click Talk starts saying hi, and then that's it.
Yeah, slides off the back.
And then he
And,
looks like Ed 209 going down the stairs.
Hopefully without the pig squealing.
a woman comes up to you and she offers her hand to get you up. And
Oh, thanks.
she says she says her name is Mara, and oh, hello, kind sir. She's not quite sure what to call you. How are you? What brings you on the path today?
I'm Click Talk. We're riding from East Haven to Kelvin's Cairn. Is that where we're going?
Yes, eventually. Yeah.
Click Talk looks back at the group. Is that
You
where
can
we're going?
actually see Kelvin's Cairn is a very large peak. You can actually see it. Well, you saw it earlier before the snow started.
Yeah, we're on our way to Caer Konig, and then we're going to visit Kelvin's Cairn.
Ah, curious. What? It's there are many dangers there. I've heard. Well, hopefully you are up to the challenge. And she looks at. Well, it's a good thing that you're appropriately dressed for it. It is.
What sort of dangers do you know of?
There's some people call them the Yetis. There are some very large creatures towards the like I don't know hill giant sized creatures that live on the mountain and hunt the mountain goats. And well, if tastier things come along, they hunt them too. But there's also known to be, in past that it was a lair of a white dragon used to live on the mountain, but we're not sure if it's there anymore. There hasn't been recent stories of it.
I guess adventurers from another adventure killed it.
Could be, or it just moved on.
Now, on the map, it mentions a dwarven valley nearby. Is that occupied by dwarves, or is that just the name of it?
Oh no, there are still dwarves that live in that valley. There are still some active. There is some not as much as much as previous years, but there is some mining that still happens there.
Okay.
And we've heard tales of giants being active. Have there been giants around recently?
We've heard the same stories, but we haven't seen any ourselves. They are actually going to be making their way to the lake to the south here. They're sort of they operate a salvage. They're sort of a salvage operation. They go to the lakes and the rivers and recover they look for ships that have been abandoned in the past and try to recover the wood and whatever goods that may be on those ships. Seeing that it's hard to get a lot of construction wood anymore, or you have to go farther and farther to get it into the.
And would ships be on that lake just for commerce from East Haven, or why would there be ships on the lake?
Well, just there is some commerce that goes on there, but it just from in the past. One of the rivers did run this far, but they're just looking for salvage and stuff. They know that there's people that still travel on the lake in the fairer times.
And are you folks from Caer Konig or no?
No, we're a bit. We operate mostly out of Bremen because that's where we can send some of our we can get some of our trade goods and stuff like that. But they're sort of a nomadic group.
Okay, so they won't have any particular knowledge of important taverns or hotels in Careconig.
Well, they've been to Careconig in past, but there's just the one stop in Careconig.
Oh, okay.
It's just the one tavern there and the one inn.
Do we have a picture of artists?
We have an artist's sketch with a round face and a beard. Maybe some hair on the top.
Have you seen this person? In
Uh, we have seen many people that might look like that picture.
his name was Artis.
Was?
Well, it might not be now. I don't know. He was looking for the Ring of Winter, whatever that is.
Oh, yes. Maris has heard of the Ring of Winter. It is it's sort of a legendary item around here that many have tried to look for, and many believe that the white dragon that lived at Calvin's Cairn was at one time in possession of it.
Ah,
But it's just known that it can control the weather, and that's the main thing that it does. So you can reduce the effect of the storms that happen around there, or bring a storm.
speaking of storms, there was this recent snowfall. Do you have any indication with your local knowledge about whether the snow is about to get worse or not?
They don't think it's going to get there's going to be too much accumulation. She does have an indication from one of her traveling companions that it was best to stop while they were in the woods here, just to get shelter for the night, because they expect maybe like 5 centimeters of snow, but it's
Nothing to disrupt their salvage operation tomorrow.
no. It's just it's just that a large group of us is
Slow.
would be disruptive for Careconig, and they don't really have the facilities for us to settle in there anyway. So it was just easier for us to set up in the woods here.
Now, looking at the number of people they have here, do they look fairly competent in a fight if they had to defend themselves?
You're just making an assessment on your own.
General
Or-
eyeballing assessment, yeah.
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
12.
Okay. You think they're just like on the level of like foresters and stuff like that, not professional or experienced fighters. I mean, a couple of them do look a bit more
Sturdy.
yes, and they're wearing actual armor. Everybody else is just like in heavy cloaks and stuff like that for the weather. But they just seem to be more of a traveling work team.
Okay. Well, are we going to settle the night with them, or are we going to move on to the town?
Move on
I
to the
would say
town.
move on.
Okay.
During this conversation and everything, you do hear that the dogs are starting to bark, and their handlers are having a hard time handling them.
Are they anywhere near the bear paw prints at the frozen pond there?
Oh well, if there are prints there, those aren't actually there.
I see a line of
Yeah,
bear paw
no,
tracks there.
yeah, those aren't actually there.
And they've probably been filled in by snow anyway.
Yeah, But you
ClickTalk is looking around for the heat haze.
well, ClickTalk can make a perception check.
Funny.
Okay. Did I take a picture of this thing? Ooh. Okay, let me find a picture of this thing.
This sounds ominous.
ClickTalk does notice sort of further up the road, but further along the road, but off the road. So northwest, there seems to be a disturbance in the snow. Sort of like that whole Bugs Bunny thing again, burrowing along.
Like the same thing we encountered at the city wall.
I draw my bow, and if ClickTalk points it out.
Yeah, I'll point it out. What's that? Looks interesting. Is it part of your caravan?
They're like looking at what? Where's a good picture here? I had downloaded this. I just don't know where I put it. This bursts out of the ground. Close to the dogs. It looks like a giant caterpillar, big open
It
mouth.
looks a lot like the big thing that ate the elk and antagonized us before.
Oh.
Is it the same thing?
Remoraz?
No, this one is not radiating any heat or anything. It's actually bigger than the Remoraz.
Ooh. So like a frozen purple wormy.
Your
TikTok
character can make a history check if you want.
TikTok runs over to it. Is it friendly?
And the dogs are like barking, but bravely.
I got a 22 on the history.
Okay, you have heard of things of like purple worms, like they're just legendary stories or things that you've childhood stories
Right.
that to scare you type thing.
Okay, I was sort of joking when I said purple worm.
Except this one isn't purple. It's more bluish white. But really big, and it's got this glow in its mouth, and we'll have people.
This isn't going to be good.
I'm preparing to run away.
People can roll initiative.
Wow.
5.
You want to find out how good these people are as fighters?
11.
18.
Okay.
Jeff, you got 5.
4.
He got oh yeah. You got 4. You're dropping. I got 5.
Oh, 5. Sorry, 5.
We both have 5. We're going sometime later.
And ClickTalk.
25.
ClickTalk acts first.
He is a speed demon.
TikTok is trying to figure out whether people think this thing is a threat or not.
Everybody's screaming.
The dogs think it's a threat.
All right. Then ClickTalk runs towards it with his rapier drawn and attacks it to try and drive it off.
Okay.
Foul creature.
Go ahead and attack.
First attack is a 25 to hit
That hits.
for 8 piercing. Second attack is A 12 to hit.
The first one hits.
Okay, so 8 piercing from the first one.
Emily.
And blades.
Sorry.
Emily, you may act.
Okay, well, let's open with a lightning bolt on it.
Quick talk ducks.
Not quite how lightning bolt works, but
Go
sure.
over your head.
You turned into a duck? No. I think your spell didn't work there, Emily. Click dog looks like a duck now.
Sorry, what?
You cast
Don't do that.
polymorph instead of lightning bolt there.
Don't do that to Dave. He's sleeping right now.
Yes. still
Yeah,
jet
sorry,
lagged.
it's 3 in the morning. 33 points of damage.
Okay. Let me see. What's your DC?
Is that on here somewhere? Let's see. It's going to be 16.
So it gets struck with lightning and is not happy. And
Okay.
The people from the caravan, the dogs are, their handlers are trying to grab them and hold them back. And you see two of the sturdier fellows are moving forwards. We'll use the two rabbits that look the same, and they pull out bows and fire. And then Elgar, you may go.
Okay. I will also try and hit it with lightning. Let's see. How do I do this again? I think I just roll for damage, right? And it can potentially dodge.
How does TikTok get 190 feet in one round?
Oh, he's a speed demon, remember?
How did I get? Where do you think I went from?
Back where we are.
I wasn't back there. I was up here.
No, you guys
What
were
if-
having a conversation, so you're not
Yeah,
you're where
we're not
you want to
actually
be when you you would have been clustered up.
Clickhawk and I were up front in conversation. I just moved my character on the map.
Yeah, ClickTalk moved about 40 feet in 2 rounds.
Okay, let's see.
I've valiantly positioned most other people in front of me.
Good job.
This we'll make this Mara. So it's just a saving throw.
I pulled a burning flash it down. Each dexterity saving throw, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay. $41 damage.
Okay. Click Talk, as you approach to get closer to attack it, you do feel really a wave of cold coming off of it,
Eek!
and you did take 7 points just from the radiating cold from it.
The boots of Winterlands would reduce that by half?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jeff, you may act. Bill.
Okay, well, I guess I will move up and shoot an arrow at it.
Or two.
I miss. Do I get two? I guess I get 2 attacks with my bow.
Yep.
Second one is 23, so I think I hit with that.
Yeah, 23. I think I missed Bruce there.
I had an 11 initiative.
Yeah, I missed.
9 damage.
Okay.
Let's put a hunter's mark on it. So,
Okay. Yeah, because you should have gone between Elder before Elder and.
Okay, so I'll fire my bow twice.
Okay.
Oh. So 23 to hit with a sneak attack.
That
Sorry.
Because I assume I get the sneak attack because the lovely Quick Talk is within range for me.
Yep.
So 12 damage.
That all? Even if you're sneak attack?
Well, the sneak attack gives me 2 extra dice. It wasn't a critical hit.
Yeah.
I was
Just what,
hoping
on-
I was hoping we might get a buff of some sort. So I didn't want to move too far away from the potential buffer.
Ah. So everybody went, and then the creature.
I'm just going to move ahead of the locals here.
It breathes out in a cone so it can hit. So where's Emily? Oh, Emily's back there. Ogre's there. So Bell, Fleck, and Click Talk, can you all make saving throws as this cone of cold air comes whipping out of its mouth?
I'm more resistant to cold than anyone.
You're equally resistant.
Yes.
What am I rolling? Which stat?
A Constitution saving throw?
Oh, con save?
Oh, sorry, Dex. Sorry, Dex.
Well, it doesn't matter. I rolled crappy.
Okay, well, Constitution would have been better. 22.
I have cold resistance,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
well,
this-
that'll just reduce the damage further, but
so I rolled 12, whatever my bonus is.
okay. 12, 13. Wow, I really go badly there. So if you failed your save, you take 16. Oh, DC was 16. If you failed, you take 16 points. If you saved, you take 8. And if you have resistance and saved, you take 4.
Alrighty.
8.
I take 4 then.
We should have just attacked. And it, Click Talk, you can make an attack on it, but it burrows its way, it goes into the ground again.
Sure. 1 sec.
And then pops up closer to it. Oh, so these things here are bison, and it looks like based on the size of this the sleds that use where the cars are, you figure the bisons are used to pull the big sleds.
Ah, and they're a bigger mouthful than we are.
Tasty.
And so yeah, it burrowed along and then popped up.
Click Talk got a 15 to hit it as it moved away.
Okay, that misses.
Okay.
Now, it looks like it's within 5 feet of me. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, that's where it ended up. It's only when it moves away from you.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's ended its turn, I'm going to use my reaction to use my special skirmisher ability
Sure.
and move 22 and a half feet away from it.
Okay. Yeah, it sort of like popped up near you and disturbed the actually.
Yeah, no,
popped
my
up
most
near
recent
Elder.
level gave me a skirmisher reaction from my scout ability, so I can run away and hopefully not be within its range of its cold effect.
Okay, so we're back to Click Talk.
All right. Click Talk wants to run up to it and then run up its back.
Okay, as you do feel the cold again.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so you can run up its back.
And as far up as Click Talk can get, and then try and attack it again. I guess I'll use Shadow Blade.
Okay.
A miss on the first one. And an 18 on the second one.
The 18 hits.
All right, 18 does 17 psychic damage and 1d8.
1d8 what?
2 points of thunder damage.
Okay. And 1d8. So there's this slightly loud sound up on top of this creature's head. It's probably about 20 feet high.
Leave them alone!
It doesn't seem to understand you.
I don't
And
know,
it's sort of like it's trying to it knows something on its head and it's like trying to look around. And
I'm pretty sure it can dislodge me, but
Emmeline.
By now, we should have a good idea of the answer to Fleck's question about how many people are actual fighters.
Yes, so just the two rabbit like looking ones here are the fighters. They
And
were
that's
firing
it.
arrows.
Yeah, and everybody else is fleeing.
Yes.
One would hope. All right. Emmeline is going to do a Scorching Ray spell, which is fire-based.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Mars also attacking.
So. Does a 14 to hit?
No.
Okay. How about a 23?
23 hits.
Okay, good. And 14 damage.
Okay.
And one more. 26 to hit.
Yes.
And 9 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose to become immune to fire-based spells.
You're going to what?
Become resistant to fire for an hour.
Okay.
To elemental affinity.
Yeah.
Metamagic.
When you did hit it with your scorching rays, they seem to make very big gashing wounds on it.
Sensitive to fire.
Yes, it seemed to be not liking that. ClickTalk, you also took after your resistance another 4 points from the extreme cold that it radiates.
Okay.
The caravan people do stuff, and you see ClickTalk sees this large. It's not a physical club. What's that word?
Shillelagh?
No. It is well. It is a club, but it's not. It's not solid. It's
phantasmal, ephemeral.
Yeah, ephemeral, phantasmal club appear near you, but it tries to strike the creature in it, and seems to do some damage to it.
Go, club, go!
And then Fleck.
I'm guessing.
Okay, I use my
Mars.
fighting spirit to give myself advantage and 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
And then fire my longbow. Oh, a critical hit on the first one.
Oh, that's good, kid. Yeah.
So, and that'll be a sneak attack also.
Yeah. So remember, you do max damage on your sneak attack damage. I mean, on your critical damage.
Yeah. So 16 plus 20, 36 damage.
Okay.
Can I have moved back as
Arrow.
well, 30 feet from the end of my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run away.
Yep.
Does a 16 to hit?
That misses.
Okay. I'm going to use my action surge to get another round of attacks in.
Okay.
Another critical hit. Woohoo.
Okay.
So 13 plus 8 is 21. And then my last one does a 16 hit.
No.
Okay,
You should
I'm
be.
done.
You guys are. Oh. What's your? I was like, why are you only doing 2d6 on your sneak attack? Because you're multi-classed.
Yeah, I have 3 levels of thieves.
Yes. Okay. I was like, but you guys are 8th level. You should be doing more sneak attack damage, but you're multi.
Well, yeah, I started with 5 levels of fighter,
Yeah.
so I got the second attack.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I was just wondering why your sneak attack was so low. But Elgar, you may do something.
All right. Quick talk. Are you okay if I hit it with lightning again?
I'll jump.
It's
No jump?
this thing's very long, so you could affect it without affecting quick talk.
Oh, okay, I could just hit it in a different part.
Yeah, it's probably like 60 feet long.
The
Oh,
living tissue doesn't conduct electricity at all.
As long as you
Well,
don't
you know,
hit
I was-
Click Talk directly, he's above,
That's-
so he's
that's
not.
the thing.
But
He's not
click talk
exposed.
conducts electricity, so if you hit click talk, it'll still affect the creature.
Yeah, it'll just go through him.
Exactly.
So he's not even affected at all.
I wish.
Well, you can make a deck save.
You just ground yourself on the creature.
I figure that's what Click Talk is already doing.
Yes.
Don't.
You can roll the damage.
If Click
Yes.
Talk had hair, it would now be standing up.
That's true. I am rolling for damage now because the last thing was weird. And I don't know what I just did. Anyway, 40.
Okay. A lot of damage. And it goes
Somehow
to.
Got into Google's like graphic something. Or
Hey,
other.
don't look at that. Pay attention to me, creature.
I caused the most damage. All the arrows.
It's certainly not Quick Talk.
It goes to attack a poor bison.
Is it my turn?
Oh, yes. It
Leave
is.
those bison alone.
Okay, so I guess I'll go up and attack it with my long sword and short sword and do a double attack. Okay. The 17 hit?
No.
Does 26 hit?
Yes.
Better.
Your initial attack bounces off the very.
Does
thick
19
steel.
hit?
That hits.
Okay. 7. Oh, wait a second. My spell.
It appears to have an 18 armor class.
Good
So I have-
deduction.
I have 100 mark on it.
Well, you do extra damage for the hunters.
So that was. Okay.
You hit it a bunch, and
One time.
it attacks a poor bison, swallows it,
8.
and then
So that's
burrows
17,
itself into the ground.
17 damage less for the first strike, and 11 damage for the second strike that hit.
Okay.
Is Hunter's mark on each attack or just one attack?
I think it affects all attacks.
Oh, then I get more damage, so another 2 damage.
Okay. Whoever's close. Well, whoever's in melee with it can get opportunity attacks as it burrows. It got what it came for, and it's burrowing into the ground.
It also takes 2
Do I
points.
hit with a 20?
Do you hit with 20? Yes, you do. What were you saying, Chris?
It also takes 2d8 from thunder damage from the booming blade.
Okay.
10. It takes all the
And are you
15
still
damage.
riding it?
I get an attack opportunity as I ride it into the ground. 21 to hit on at 24. I know Jeff hit, but I didn't hear what he hit.
I did another 15 damage to it.
Yeah, Click Talk does 24 psychic and 12 points of thunder. Not bad.
You did 24 points of psychic?
24 psychic and 12 thunder. Yeah.
Okay. It you can tell it's not happy, and that's why it got what it came for and it's leaving.
So it was bloodied then.
Yes. Do national whenever you hit-
That wasn't enough we didn't inflict enough damage to kill it.
No, it you can see that it's got like a lot of wounds on it and like lightning scars as it like as the body sort of like skirt. Well, you can see like the long body of it go past you, and then it goes back into the ground, and it disappears. Click Talk, you can make a. So Bell, you would have taken 3 points from the cold as you ran up to attack it.
Oh, won't have resistance.
Yeah, so that's with your resistance. You took 3 points of damage. And Click Talk, can you make a saving throw to clear yourself of it as it goes underground?
Can I ride it?
If you want, you're sort of. No, make a deck save anyways because you might get peeled off anyways.
Yeah. Okay. I rolled acrobatics instead. Let me just see
Yeah.
what the modifier difference is. Okay, that makes it a 19.
Okay, you are still hanging on somehow as it's going underground, but you're effectively blinded.
Yeah. Okay.
And because you stuck to it, you take another 2 points of cold damage.
Okay.
The rest of us are like, wait, did ClickDuck just go underground with that thing?
Yep.
Well, I'm blind. I'm guessing it's the next round. So now I'm going to do Burning Hands.
Okay.
Are we going to hear a muffled explosion from underground?
Or some of the snow melts. I don't have this one set up, so I have to roll it randomly. Anyway, it's DC. What is my DC now? I guess it's 4, 7, 15.
Okay. How much damage?
9 points of fire damage.
Okay. It is still moving along. Make another acrobatics check to stay attached to it.
Do we know where they've gone, Wes? Can we follow?
Well,
Guess not.
it's burrowing, so it doesn't leave a tunnel. It just leaves like collapsed rock behind it. Or
Okay,
ground.
if TikTok falls off, they'll be in trouble. Anyway, a 24 on the acrobatics.
Okay. So yeah, you have the option of
Take it out.
continuing to hold on or be shedded. You can still, you still can tell that you're actually being like pushed along towards the tail end of it.
Okay, well, I'm going to make one more attack at it and then try and get out of the snow.
Okay. You took another 2 points of cold damage, and I'll just say like another 4 points of just like being pounded by ground.
Thumping damage.
Yes. And you can make another attack if you want.
All right, a 22 and an 18. Although I'm blind, so maybe I need to roll with disadvantage.
You're disadvantaged for your attack.
Okay, so that's a hit for the first one, I guess, because it's an 18.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and a 27 and a 23. So 20 points of psychic and then 15 points of psychic.
Okay, it has
Uh-huh.
stopped moving, but you are buried, maybe 20 feet underground. Like it's loose rock, but loose rock and snow and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Very, very difficult to move in. Thankfully, I have magic.
Is up? Does he even know where up is?
So you guys saw Click Talk ride, disappear into the ground with this thing, and you can see that it's not a hole, but you can see like disrupted dirt and snow and everything. So it's
Tremors.
it's like been it's loose dirt that you can dig it out or shovel it out.
And to help you find Click Talk fires a couple of burning hands straight up in the air, hopefully.
Yeah, so I mean, like, so you saw the thing giant. It's about a 20-foot diameter soft area, and you could hear sounds coming from it, and then you see it's like some fire bursting out of it.
Okay, so I guess
I'll
we're
rush
digging-
over and try and excavate.
Do we have shovels?
I would say the caravan does. It's
I guess we asked if we can borrow a shovel.
yeah. So and a bunch of them actually come out and start shoveling.
And does Click Talk, as a result of the burning hands, does Click Talk get a view of the sky for a moment?
Make a perception check.
Ooh, an 18.
Yeah, so you're gonna Misty step out.
Mention door.
I'll Misty step out, so
Okay.
I'll end up falling in the snow again. But yeah,
Yeah, so everybody is scrambling for shovels and stuff to try to dig out or Click Talk, but and then you suddenly see him like 10 feet in the air, and then falls to the ground, and he takes a final 1 point of damage.
So is there a chance that the bison is still alive in the gullet?
There is, but the amount of time it would take you to dig, cut open, and such, it'd probably die in that time.
Well, I think we should dig and cut open anyways because it might have loot in there. And if it doesn't have loot, we can guarantee that it's dead.
hey Emmeline, don't you have that bonfire cantrip?
Well, I was just about to suggest doing that.
Yeah.
Place a bonfire over the creature there, and at least use that to melt all the ice and snow away, and have it drop down.
Okay,
Under the
so
creature.
yeah, you dig. Yeah, you melt, and between the melting and the digging and such, and you eventually, well, after about 5 minutes or so, well, I would say, I guess you're digging kind of fast, but you get to the ass end of this thing.
Okay.
That's where Click Talk was. So
Okay, so that's where the bison's going to be.
no, I think the bison's at the other end.
So, I mean, yeah, you realize that.
Oh, we can go in this way.
Yes, you can cut your way in, and you
I
do.
thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Exactly. And so while digging through it all, you do find a number of worn out. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's the description of something that's been eaten at by acid.
Depends what the material is. Corroded, maybe.
Yeah, you find a number of corroded, about 75, 70. Well, I'll say like 120 corroded gold coins as you're digging, trying to get to where you think the bison is, and about you find 5 gems along the way.
Okay,
Ooh.
these are things it swallowed at some point.
Yeah, and just hadn't shed yet.
Got stuck in his intestines.
Yeah, well, it's a well-known fact that giant monstery things have precious gems in their gizzards.
It's a D&D fact.
Cliff Clavin.
But you do get to the bison, but just because the amount of time it took and the acid acting on it, it is dead.
But is it edible? Can we cook it up for dinner?
Just not in front of the other
You can have
bison.
it in-
No, well, I mean, I guess the
Bison-
fur protected it enough. It's more suffocated than.
Have you ever guys
Can
had
we-
a bison? It's very tasty.
Can we resurrect it?
Well, I think it's up to Mara and them if they want an undead bison helping them.
They're not going to have any problems with bandits on the road after that.
This area will flourish quite well for a couple years of all the fertilizer you've left in the ground here.
Too bad it's
No.
frozen.
We may as well stay the night with them here now that since we've had this thing. Are they?
For dinner.
How long is the journey to the lake shore?
Oh, it's probably another day and a half for them to get there.
Oh,
They're,
okay. So if we were to use our horses to help one of their sleds, that's gonna be too much time out of our time.
yeah. They don't move that quickly. Those big sleds are pretty big and they have a fair amount of equipment with them. And they were kind of sad that they lost one of the bison. They'll have to head back into the tundra to find another one. It takes a while to train them.
We probably actually don't want to hang around them when they realize that we actually had no effect whatsoever on the outcome of the encounter.
Well, they thank you for trying. I mean, it might have gone after.
It came up to grab a bison, and it did, and killed it, and that's it. So in the end, it's the same thing. It's like an Indiana Jones thing.
Well, the thing is, it might have gone after another one.
Maybe.
It just knew that it only had time to grab one, considering the amount of damage you guys were doing, especially the fire damage.
It might have heard the two of them. I don't think we can assume that we had no impact.
No, you guys. I think. Well, it might have gone after smaller, tasty things after that.
They might have
Little rabbits.
back and started eating NPCs.
So they sort of rearrange camp and stay away from the pit, and
Refill the pit, otherwise it's a road trap.
and they thank you for helping them, and yeah, they're a little sad that they lost the bison, but it is the nature of traveling
Well-
in this area.
Indeed.
And nothing happens during the night.
That was a random encounter.
It was very random what we did.
And the next day, yeah, so they start making their way towards the lake, and you follow the road into Karakonik. And as you are entering Karakonig, or approaching the town of Karakonig, um, you see you notice that there's a sled dog. It looks like the other sled dogs that you saw with these people, the caravan had. But anyways, you see this sled dog running into town and just headed towards one of the buildings, and you can see that the sign outside the building indicates it's an outfitter's place, so traveling equipment and food and stuff like that.
And I assume we had a long rest overnight.
Yeah. You stayed the night. You got your long rest.
Well, I guess we can go in and ask for a place to park.
Okay. As you enter so there's you going to this outfitters, or where you see the dog sort of like it's barking it's pawing at the door to like trying to get in.
Sure.
I look back where it's coming from. Is it running from something?
It is not. It's coming from the opposite. Like, if you were coming from Kelvin's Cairn, it was coming from that direction.
Oh, I see.
Surely it didn't come all of this way.
And
I wonder if the outfitter went to Kelvin's Cairn to get some supplies or something, or deliver something, and maybe they ran into trouble. Maybe we should ask.
Does the dog have any harness or collar?
Yeah. So just a sec. The owner, the door opens, and you see that what's the proprietor's name? That's really weird. Okay. So there is this woman there that she opens the door and she's like, "Boy, what are you doing here? Where's Garrett?" And then she notices your group, and she's actually steps out and looks towards. At this point, because the weather, it's the snow ended, and like visibility isn't great. It's a cloudy day, but you do see Karakonig. It's probably about 5 kilometers away. That this is mountain, a high peak in the about 5 kilometers away. So it's probably about I don't know, taller than grouse.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's like, and she's looking at you guys, and it's like, did
Your
you
dog
see a
quite happy
sled?
to be home.
No, this dog just came from that direction. We were coming from the other direction, and I was concerned because, well, the dog came back by itself.
Yeah, she's not. She's concerned too. This dog belongs to Garrett. He's a guide that works the area. He actually comes from another town not too far away called Targos, and he passed through here about 3 days ago with a group of adventurers that he was taking to Kelvin's Cairn.
What was
How
his
many
name? Sorry,
dogs are on the sled? Was it just the one, or it's
No, he goes with a crew of 6. So I'm concerned that why Boy came back on its own.
I start heading my horse out, backtracking the dog's trail.
Okay. You can make a survival check.
Dog's harness and tatters or anything like that?
Yeah,
Or
it looks like
chain rope or something?
it looks like it's broken. And looks like Well, you can do an investigation if you want. If you're
14 on survival.
okay. So the tracks are recent, and you can see that. Yeah, it must have been traveling today because anything from yesterday would have. Well, I mean, you don't go too far, but you do see that it's coming. The tracks lead out of town towards the mountain. Emily can make an investigation check if you're examining the harness.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Okay, you know it's been broken. Like it's obvious that it's like it wasn't unlatched. It was ripped or torn
Right.
or cut somehow, but you're not exactly sure. It just wasn't.
I asked the woman if it's faster to travel on foot or by horse in this terrain.
She says that the horses should be able to manage, but you're only going to be able to get them to there's an area that's most adventurers that not that many go to the mountain, but that they use as a base camp. If you actually, and she says, let's go to the inn. Jartha might be there. She's another scout that works this area, and she actually goes into the store and gets a new leash to hold boy. Actually, she'll take him in, and she's gonna put him by the fire and everything, and give him some food, and then she locks the store, and then she takes you over to the inn called the Northern Light, and at the inn you do see some people that are staying at the inn, but there's also a dwarf sitting at one of the tables, just trading stories with the people at the table, and Atnas calls over to Jartha, and Jartha comes to your table. And Jartha is describing to you that if you want, she can take you to the base camp, show you where the base camp is. As a fellow guide in the area, she would be concerned for Garrett that because when he came through town, he was taking these people to the mountain, and he should have made his own way back because he wasn't sure how long those adventurers. Basically, the adventurers he was supposed to take them. They go up, come back down. He come back, but it's very curious that boy came back on its own.
Are they able to tell us the description of the adventuring party?
Yes.
And do they know the names of any of them?
Yes, I wrote them down. Well, actually, they don't know the names of them. They just know there was a Goliath, a halfling, a male Goliath, female halfling, and a female tiefling. Just 3 of them. They look to be, fairly capable of handling themselves, but so it is, but not. Except, the halfling and the tiefling didn't seem too experienced with winter weather, but the Goliath seemed to be
By their very nature.
Yeah, the Goliath seemed to, he's used to this type of environment, but the other 2 weren't. Didn't seem so experienced with it. He was, and also that when Atnas was outfitting them, she had to make sure that they were wearing she had to give them enough good clothing.
Full socks.
Yeah, all of that. Lovely mittens.
I think we should hurry if we can.
Yes.
Yeah, so Jarthra can get you to the base camp.
Yep.
It'll take a few hours 2 or 3 hours to get there, with the horses and stuff.
And so we're gonna need somebody to come with us and take care of the horses while we're there.
Jarthra can do that.
Do we need any supplies? I think we're okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay,
So let me know if the route to the base camp deviates from the path that the paw prints are.
yeah. So okay, you head out. You can make another survival check. You can make it at advantage because you're working with Jarthra.
Clicktalk actually has survival, so I guess you'll make a roll.
yeah,
too.
you can.
I have survival as well.
Okay, well, one of you can roll with advantage. Whoever's got the best chance.
19.
Well, I have +9 on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I will.
I have +8. Pardon me. I rolled the wrong die.
I also have
I only have
14.
+4.
I will assist Fleck.
I will let you
14
decide
plus
who
whatever the assistance gives me.
It's advantage.
Okay, well, yeah, I rolled a 14. Was my better number.
I rolled. Well, I guess it doesn't matter what I roll.
So
I got 19 on my own.
you figure that yes, you are the dog seems to know what it's doing, and it was following the path.
Right.
Direct routes from there.
Yeah. They're most they lead about 2/3 of the way. Actually,
So
no,
we're
they lead all
thinking
the, they
heavy
lead all the
attack?
way. Yeah, they go all the way to the base camp.
Okay.
Base camp. At the base camp, you do see they've been snowed on and untended. So there are 2 tents, but one of them's partially collapsed because the snow haven't been knocked off of it. And so there are two tents pitched in a icy outcropping that acted a bit of a windbreaker. And between the tents is an overturned sled. Still harnessed to the sled are 5 dogs. They're all kind of huddled up together, trying to keep warm, and they're kind of
Deja vu.
they're whimpering. They're cold, not happy, and they're upon the sight of the group. And probably they scented you earlier. They are, a couple of them are alert, but they're definitely.
I try and calm them with my animal handling.
Sure, you can make a check.
We should make them a fire to keep them warm.
19.
Okay, yeah.
Have a
I mean,
bonfire.
the dogs are they're obviously miserable, but they're still they're still okay. Under the sled are 2 small crates.
I'll create
One
a
has
portable
been
bonfire, and anybody who wants to warm themselves can.
I'll look in the tents.
so there are 2 in each tent. There are 2 2 blankets and some. Well, actually, no. They're pretty empty because it looks like whoever was here, like basically, it's set up for 2 people in each tent. But they're pretty. Otherwise, they're empty. You can make an investigation.
Sure.
Uh,
15.
18.
Okay. There's signs that they were used, like leftover or food crumbs and things like that. But it looks
So
like
they
they get.
made,
Go ahead and
they made camp, but then they left at some point and didn't come back.
yeah.
So what should we do with the dogs if they've been left here?
Well, we have a guide that we can leave them with.
Yeah. So Jarthra, she's very concerned. She wants to stay at camp just in case anybody returns, and she can also look over the dogs.
And from what we heard from the woman, that the other guide was only supposed to take them as far as the camp,
Yeah.
and wasn't supposed to leave the camp. So
Yeah, it is very curious that Garrett is not here.
yeah, so I'll have a search around the perimeter of the camp, particularly between the camp and the cairn itself, and see if there's any evidence of a body in the snow or tracks.
So you can make a survival check to track, but you're it'll be a disadvantage because of the snow from the last day.
22 and an 18, so 18.
Okay. So you do find like one or two footprints that seem to be, looks like whoever was here did head up the mountain. So on the owlbear, the red circle is the, I think that's red. I'm colorblind. I think I picked red. Anyways, the
Looks
circle
red, yep.
here is base camp. And Jarthar indicates that the passage up the side of the mountain, where people would try to get to the peak or make their way to the peak, follows the line.
And is that the primary route, is to
Yeah.
go up to the peak rather than to some caves that are known or anything?
There are caves along the way. Sometimes the entrances get blocked with snow and stuff like that, but there is one primary cave that has a fairly large entrance. That is about 2/3. It's actually up in this area here.
Is that where the dragon used to live?
No, I think it lives somewhere else.
She thinks that she from the stories that she's heard and the accounts that she's read, she thinks that the dragon lived closer to the peak,
Okay.
a little further up, but she does know about this cave here.
And from her local experience with the recent snowfall, is there any particular avalanche danger?
There's always, well, especially now that we're entering the over the last couple weeks, there has been some heavy snow. Sort of before you guys came, I mean, there has been, like, during your time up here, there has been some light snows and everything, but before you guys got here, there was some heavier snows in the higher elevations. So there
Does
is
she
a
have
risk
any
of,
advice on how to mitigate avalanche risks?
she said.
Don't yell and
Yeah, I
Loud
mean,
shout?
no loud noises. But basically, if anything happens, she suggests just like running out of its path.
Okay.
No booming blade.
Yes. Carry a long tube so that you can see outside and you can still misty step. So,
Okay.
do you want to start ascending?
I think that's
Yeah.
kind of the option. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
I think I'll be back also.
Bathroom break before we climb a mountain.
Does our Goliath have any particular expertise in winter mountain climbing?
Well, I just in the cold. I don't think I have anything specific. I have Natural Explorer.
I don't know if that helps.
For mountains, so we can travel efficiently in mountains.
Okay, well, let's tell Wes that when he gets back. Remind him of any
What-
pluses he might have.
What are we reminding Wes of?
Then I have Nature's Explorer as a ranger ability.
Are you attuned to mountains or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Exactly.
and I don't suffer any penalties for high altitude.
Well, if it's the height of Grouse Mountain or something, it shouldn't be a big issue for altitude.
No.
Although the cold protection is going to be handy.
Yeah, you need to be about 3 times higher than gross for altitude sickness to typically be a problem for anybody.
Yeah.
And for adventurers, we can go probably 1.5 times that. Although actually, I guess I don't really know what the mythos says that Torah has for atmosphere at higher elevations.
I don't think we really have the ability to ask that sort of thing. We have no reason to believe that the air pressure would be different.
That's probably true, except experience. People know that people get sick at altitude, I'm guessing, if that happens.
Perhaps because they're closer to the gods.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the gods. And dragon.
Yeah.
So what kind of physiology do dragons have so they can fly around really high and
Magic. Tends to answer most questions.
oh just making things simple, huh? Yes, it's just magic.
Yeah.
Bill has Nature's Explorer for mountains, so he's leading us.
And I've got double proficiency in survival and nature, so I can be second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Jartha is staying at camp with the dogs.
Horses.
In the crates looks to be some extra provisions and stuff, so she has stuff to feed the dogs. And the bonfire definitely helps warm them up, and they seem to take to her well.
Until the concentration ends.
Well, she can start her own fire if she needs to. Not that there's much fuel, but that gets the chill out of them and getting them fed, since they haven't eaten for at least a day.
And Jarthra knows that creating an igloo will actually keep it quite warm inside, so they should be fine.
Yep. Well, they have the tents and stuff, so yeah.
Tents are just not as good as snow caves for warmth.
But they're quicker to set up.
Okay. Bada. Where is this other map? This map for myself. So yes, you start your ascent.
Okay.
And so I guess you can help Belle, because Belle doesn't have boots, but they have cold resistance, but well, I guess they could have gotten crampons. Okay, so you make your way up, and after about a little while, can people make perception checks? You're both here on the map. Oh, let me
22.
13.
Well,
This will be the group.
6.
Going down.
Exactly. Not the greatest. 14.
Okay, we'll use ClickDoc to represent where the group is. Yeah, around this area, if you rolled more than 14, you notice that there are white shapes moving on the rock and snow above you, probably about 30 feet above you, on the steeper cliffs.
Are they
Somebody was talking about
four-legged shapes?
Yeti.
Or are they two-legged shapes?
They seem to be four-legged shaped. And upon closer examination, they look to be mountain goats.
Okay.
Food.
And they're balanced very precariously, and they're bleating.
Are they
As you-
attacking?
I can speak. I can speak with animals.
goat.
I can't speak with animals, Wes.
Okay.
Hi, we're looking for a dragon.
I
We,
thought we were looking for people.
what is it? Dragon or people?
People.
People went by
When did they go by? How many nights ago?
Up or down?
before the snow.
Before the snow. Say it's been a week.
They went up.
And they never
Hmm.
came down?
They went up.
Anybody else go up?
They stop talking to you, and they move up the cliff.
We'll toss a basket of
I
carrots.
was
at them.
worried, so that's all we can get out of them.
I don't think we can toss it that far.
What were you tossing?
A basket of carrots at the goats
Oh.
there to thank them for help.
Well, yeah. Well, if you're actually doing that, make a athletics check.
Well, the catch is I don't have a basket of carrots.
Yes. They're tired of talking to you, and they make their way up the
They're like, no carrots. We're going. See you later.
they make their way up the cliff. You're like, it's probably like a 512 climb, but in snow and ice. But they don't seem to notice the difficulty.
Hey, goats.
Lesson for the future: polymorph into mountain goats to go up a mountain.
Okay, on we go. Somehow I don't think they're going to give us any more information that's of any value.
Yes.
Okay. You are making your way across. Ooh. On this section, how are you? Are you going in a line or a group, or how are you traveling along? There's this.
I'm going
section-
first.
Yeah.
Single
So there's
file.
this section of. So far, you've been following. You can sort of find mostly a rough path, and there is some exposed rock every once in a while. But now you're coming to this sheer. It's not too angled, but it's all snow.
Do we know anything about anchors and belaying people across these sections?
Not. No, not really. I mean, you're mostly from an area. Well, you're more from the south, so I mean, you don't
Right.
have.
Well, the Goliath has mountain exploring abilities, I believe.
That is true. The Goliath would. Well, the Goliaths tend not to use ropes. They just like walk through things.
I'll follow 5 feet behind the Goliath.
Okay. How tall are
Well,
you?
well,
You're wood elf, right?
I'm half wood elf.
Yeah. Okay, so the Goliath is fairly tall, so that like the snow comes up to his thighs.
I'm 5'8".
Okay, and so yeah, it's you're walking like it's waist high for you. So it's even though you guys have the boots, this is slow terrain.
I have mobility, so difficult terrain doesn't affect me.
Okay, but for you and the Goliath, the this isn't so bad. You're moving at normal pace, but the other three, unless they have some sort of special abilities, especially Click-Talk is
Small.
yes. The snow is basically coming up to Click-Talk's neck.
Does being a half elf help?
Not really. I mean, it's just that you're not swimming. Well, yeah, you're not really swimming in the snow.
Unless you're Legolas.
Okay, well, we'll just blithely carry on across,
Okay.
completely oblivious to the danger.
We have rope and stakes.
You'd have rope, but well, okay. I guess Jarthur would have advised you
I'm
to
carrying some rope.
yeah. Jarthur would have advised you to bring stakes.
How big are Emmeline and Elgar?
I'm just average human size.
Pardon me?
I'm just
5'10".
average human size.
I've got 50 feet of hemp rope.
As do I.
Can Emmeline carry me?
With the 10 strength.
How about you, Elgar?
Same.
Oh,
So together we combined to 20.
They can put you in a sack and drag you along the top of the snow.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could just make you into a sled.
Click-Talk is only 10 kilograms. Can you lift him over your head?
Between
You're
the
only
two,
10
yeah,
you're
between
only 10
Emmeline and Elgar,
kilograms?
they can lift, they can hold.
All right, Emmeline and Elgar, you're now
You're-
flying.
Carrying capacity is your strength multiplied by 15. That's the weight in pounds that you can carry. So if you're, yeah, so
Yeah,
we can easily carry you.
Yeah, between
Okay.
the two, they can.
All right,
keep-
Emmeline and Elgar, you are now flying.
How does that work?
Click-Talk cast fly on you.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. On both of
Maybe
us.
you
Okay.
could scout
so we're
ahead
all
then.
flying.
Cool. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
All
How
right
long is this
then.
going to last?
Only 10 minutes, so get there quick.
So let's head across there, scout out the route, look for any dangers, and head up as high as we can.
Okay, well, how about the other two? You are making you're making your well. Okay, the other two are about halfway across the snowfield, and then you see there's a safer ledge over. Oh, almost over in this area here. You can sort of see like a ledge area over here, rocky outcropping that sort of like where you're targeting.
We should probably stop somewhere up here.
Between actually, well, in 10 minutes.
Yep.
You could probably, yeah, if both Emmeline and Elgar are flying, you probably have enough time to shuttle the three of the people over to that the safer area.
Up here or here?
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Where you were pointing. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that.
Okay. As you, who's good? So who do you go back for last?
You can grab me last.
Well, Fleck and Bell can move on the snow fairly well, so why don't we leave them for last, and then it's a shorter trip for the second group.
Yeah. But go back for Fleck last.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
If
should
one
we-
person has to be last, then yes.
Okay, as you are flying back for Fleck, you do hear a loud crack coming from above.
It's an avalanche.
I start sprinting forward.
So you do, yeah. I mean, you can see that they're flying towards you. You see the snow coming down to. It's still fairly high up from you. It's probably about 500 feet, on 1,000 feet up from 500 feet.
Yeah, I start sprinting forward. If it looks like the snow's gonna, if it looks like the flyer is gonna get to me before the snow does, we can just jump off and fly away from the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab 'em
You
and
can see
peel
that it's
off
really
outwards.
wide. It covers an area about 200 feet wide.
Is
But-
it going to
Is it
engulf
gonna
the
hit that
safe area
safe
too?
ledge?
Sorry, what did Bruce say?
Is it going to engulf the safe ledge as well?
No, it's basically you're on the sort of the left edge, closer to the left edge of the avalanche. But
Okay.
basically, the flyers
Well,
can come get you in time, pull you up, and then you see like the whole avalanche woof, blow you, and you can see. Well, you can just witness the tremendous force of the avalanche as it sweeps past you, below you, and you're pretty sure that you would have been swept away or buried in it.
Thank you. Thanks for the assist.
Ooh.
So while Bell and ClickTalk are watching this happen, can you, both of you make perception checks?
18.
17.
Okay, you both notice as you're looking towards the flyers, sort of like in your line of sight there, it's like you didn't really notice it as you approach the ledge, but then it's like, hey, there seems to be a figure there, like a snow-covered figure.
Like they might have started the avalanche?
Is this the same as the snow-covered figure that's off the bottom of the map?
There it is.
That was originally representing our party, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, no, no. It's just like within like 25 feet of you.
Okay.
Like they were in a position to start the avalanche, or no?
No,
Okay.
it's just on
probably
this. It looks like a person that you just there was like rocks and
It's
stuff. And
either
it's
a
like
body or a yeti.
it seems to be a body. As you and then you're like look at it and it's like you can see that. Oh, like there's the outline of the backpack and stuff like that. It's just been snowed over and you just didn't pay attention to it as you're sitting there and watching things happen and yeah, you all notice that there's this snow-covered body.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
And as you brush the snow off it and everything, can someone make a medicine check?
That should not be me.
Well, ClickTalk has a +1.
I could do it. I have +5.
I'll wait for Matt Elgar to take a look.
And I got a
And I'll-
natural 20.
Okay.
So tell me everything.
It is an
Dr. Elgar, at your service.
unconscious but barely breathing, like shallow breath person that obviously is frostbitten, or actually probably experiencing some level of exposure. But they're currently
alive.
unconscious and they're very well frozen. They do have a climber's kit. Like you can see that they have like a climbing axe and stuff with them, and
The all important
Do we have
question:
any-
what race?
they are human.
So probably not the adventurers. We better help them.
No, not the outfitter either.
Based on
think
your
we
brief
asked.
description, well, you knew the outfitter was a human male. Like you knew Garrett.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
this
that's not
is
likely
the
to be
human
male.
male.
Yeah, this is a human male.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Do we have a
definitely
healing
the
spell?
outfitter.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Do you?
We did at one point.
So
think we
I'm
had a
guessing the party that he sent up never came back, and he went looking for them and got stuck.
Do you
But
Looks that way.
do you try to?
Let's
Well,
try
do
and
you-
revive him and do whatever is appropriate for frostbite treatment.
Okay.
All right.
Well, do you have a healing spell, or you're just one who
Healing
med-
spell, healing potion.
I can do a healing spell.
Okay.
Goodberry.
Do you have a good berry?
It's a great spell if you have it.
Don't
Oh.
think I do. What do I have? I have Cure Wounds.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna start a bonfire
and
nearby.
Healing Spirit. I suppose Healing Spirit would probably be more useful than Cure Wounds. I think it does more. Let's see. What does it say? It's been a while since I've used that one.
Well, whatever you end up using, he does revive.
Okay.
He's very frigid.
Yeah.
He's thankful for the fire, and he's just looking around. He looks kind of. He has a couple of slash marks on him.
Oh.
What happened? What are you, Garrett?
Yes. How do you know that? Who are you?
Jethra sent us to try and find you and help you. Jarthra,
Oh, Jarthra. Yes.
what happened to you?
Your dog made it back to town.
Oh, good.
Well, one of them.
Are
The
the
others
other
are okay.
dogs okay?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Jarthra is looking after them.
Oh, he says something sort of like Bruce's deduction that the people had gone ahead. They didn't come back in the time that he expected them to. He came up. He made his way to this point to see if there was any sign of them, or he was coming to this. He had gone up a little further, and one of the Yetis, or a Yeti, attacked him, and he managed to run away. But he lost consciousness from his wounds, and I guess he must have passed out here.
Fair enough.
He is concerned about the adventures that he brought here. They were headed to one of the caves. One of them I don't know, was looking for something. Had heard rumors of a treasure or something. I bring groups up here looking for treasure. Sometimes they come back. Mostly they come back. But nobody's ever indicated that they have found anything of significance.
Hmm.
You
Want to show
know
him that sketch map of artist?
Oh, that he. What name did you use?
artists.
No, the person I led up here looked, or helped bring to the mountain, looked like this figure, but he went by a different name. Was it Jethro? He called himself Jethro, and I waited at base camp. He said he paid me to wait there for a week, and he came back like before the week was over, and although he health wise he was fine, his belongings obviously his clothing and stuff, there was obvious indication that he had some sort of encounter, but he wouldn't say anything.
Did he seem quite pleased with himself when he came back?
That's when you say that. Yeah, he did. He had a the night that we spent before we went back to Karakonik, he was examining some sort of book that I hadn't seen before. And he paid me very handsomely. Like twice that we agreed upon.
Interesting.
Oh, and he did say I wasn't supposed to say anything. Oh well.
Your secret is safe with us. We won't tell anybody.
Now, your adventuring group that was on ahead, so this was more than a day ago then, I take it.
Yeah, they were supposed to go up. They should have been back. He's like, what day is it? You tell him, and you tell him that when you were there, and he said, they should have been back yesterday.
That doesn't sound promising.
No?
Did you go up after or before the snow?
Well, there was as I came up, there was some light snow, and so I was actually going to set up a. You can see that there's a pack or another bag that's got like an emergency tent. He was going to set up here to wait it out because he wanted the snow to be a little what was I going to say? He knew that whatever happened, the snow and everything recently, that like when he made his way across the snow ledge, he knew it was unstable, and with the extra snow that happened overnight or during that day, he didn't want to travel on it.
That was good choice. There was a big avalanche.
Well, now it'll be easier to go back across, or safer, possibly.
So do we want to send him on his way, or do we want to continue up higher, or split the party, or?
What would
Is he
Garrett?
actually competent to travel down on his own?
Well, what he's going to do is that he's still cold and not fully healthy. Even though, despite your healing, he's going to set up his little shelter. It's basically a 1.5 person shelter, and wait here for you to come. Like if you are moving forward or moving up.
I think that's our plan. How far away are we from the base camp? In linear distance.
Ooh. I don't know.
You
Like
just
you're at
want to
least a
catapult
couple.
them off
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
and then feather fall?
No, just the catapult.
Okay.
I mean, it took you at least a couple hours to get to this point. Probably more.
But we were doing switchbacks. I'm just wondering if he flew from here, could he fly down to there in 10 minutes?
Oh. I would say no, but you could fly over the snow, the snow ledge.
Yeah, well, if he can't get back, then his plan of resting here seems like a good one. Let's do that.
Yeah, he's willing to wait here for you, but and just to get his energy back. Basically,
That's good.
he's got a level of exhaustion, so he's just pretty worn out.
Yeah, he needs to recover.
And he has supplies and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can leave him here and move on.
Okay. Okay, so
More mountain climbing.
yeah, you are actually have to mountain climb at this point a little bit. So you make at least one survival check. Each
I'll
of you.
assist Fleck. I'll assist Fleck.
15. Although Fleck seems to have rolled a very high number.
Yep, Fleck's fine.
What did you roll, Fleck?
Oh, I see a 20. I saw a 23.
It was a 26 was the first one.
Oh, okay. Emlyn?
Oh, you want one from all of us? Okay.
Yes.
Survival?
Yes.
8.
Did you say 8?
8.
Okay.
It's a good roll.
How did Elgar do?
25.
And clicked up?
15.
Okay. Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah. Basically, fortunately for Emlyn, you got belayed, and so you did slip. But Elgar having a bit more outdoor experience than the bookish wizard,
Yes, gonna say, can I help him?
managed to stop your descent.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And you actually see a cave. You basically, you get to another ledge, and you see that there's a path, and you see an opening to a cave ahead.
Is this the cave that we were eyeballing before, or is this a lower cave?
Yeah, maybe we couldn't see it from the angle we were at before.
It's the cave that I pointed out before.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just move
So-
our party icon up. Whee!
Any rational adventurer would have gone into this.
Seems likely.
So yeah, this is sort of a
So far we just see some blood smears in the snow.
yeah. So
Okay.
up ahead on your left is a 15-foot high. Well, it's about a 15-foot wide, 15-foot high opening, and there is some blood on the snow, but it looks well. It would have been from the last before like yesterday's snowfall. So after yesterday's snow.
Can we see this thing in the snow, or is this just an artifact?
Pardon?
Can we see that?
Yeah. I mean, the blood isn't that big. It's not like, but you
What
do
was
see
the demon that he was pointing
oh
out.
yeah.
The Yeti?
If I'm not supposed to be able to see the Yeti yet, that's fine. Just curious.
No, you weren't supposed to be able to see it yet.
Okay, fine.
I moved it.
Also, is there actually a railing up here?
There. Well, it's a rope guard.
It's a rope. Okay.
Yeah.
But it is there?
Yeah.
Like, does it look like a permanent fixture or something that the last group might have put up
You
as mountaineers?
more from the last. I mean, it's within the. It does show wear and everything. So at some point, but within the last year or two, someone has set this up.
So it's more
Okay.
of a mountaineering, a fixed rope type thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to a handrail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
What, Elgar? You're good at medicine. What do you think this blood is from?
A person?
Oh no!
It's more of
Can
a
you
long blood drip trail rather than actual smears.
Like something was dragged.
This looks like somebody used a body as a paintbrush.
Yeah, no, it looks more like imagine something got knocked out and carried but was bleeding.
Okay.
So that more of a blood trail than blood smears.
One thing
Okay.
or three things.
Just one thing.
Okay, so it's not
Unless you
as
can do
bad
blood
as
typing,
disappear.
it seems to be just one thing.
Yeah, I didn't bring my CSI kit.
I think we should hurry. Somebody might be bleeding to death. We need to go find them.
Somebody had bled to death.
too late, but we'll go see what we can find.
Maybe we'll be lucky and be there in time.
Okay. Well, you're the fast one.
All right. Well, actually, Fleck's the fast one.
Yeah.
Fleck has passed
That's
TikTok and
true.
speed for the most part.
But you're both fast, yes.
I got a bonus action which I can use to dash if I want.
They're really
Just don't slip while you're dashing.
So you guys find the person and resurrect them then, and we'll
Yeah.
meet you later.
We'll just wait
No,
on
we should go. Let's go together.
Dashing through the
Split up the
snow.
group.
Well, I'm going to use my stealth to try and move forward.
Okay. Where are you headed? Okay. So there is a cave beyond.
Okay.
So this feature here is actually the edge of a chasm.
Oh, I see.
There's a this thing area here is a chasm.
So anytime there's like those gray sort of little, that's a hole down.
Yeah.
Got it.
And the surface
this
is ice.
this is an icy area. It's not
An icy area where you can slip into holes on either side. Great.
And this is stone.
yeah.
So I rolled a 24 on my stealth.
Okay.
Where'd he go?
Oh, TikTok got a 21 on stealth.
Okay, well then I'm going to move in again.
Yeah, well, I guess we should all be walking in.
So yes, basically there's a path to the left, a path to the right, rightish.
Can we stop anything?
Well,
Can
I
you-
see some blood streaks on the path to the right.
Yeah.
So that seems like the way to go.
And yeah, there's the big chasm here. And then a smaller one here.
What are the green and red things there?
Okay.
Who's that?
Can't see it.
You mean this stuff here?
Yes.
Weird fungus.
Just weird fungus artifacts.
And now,
Artifact.
what is all this wood that's here?
Artifact?
Is this like a bridge that's in construction, or just logs, or what is this?
It's what the artist decided to put in here. I don't know why they put it there. The original
Ignore
map.
that.
The original map is much plainer.
As
And
there's
it-
all
it-
this talk about how wood is so rare.
Yeah,
I mean, we
no, there's no wood there.
Okay.
Nobody dragged wood halfway up a mountain.
TikTok is hiding behind the log, the stone stuff. Then
Yes.
Is there a natural light source in here, or some fire or something going on, or what?
Unless you pick up ClickTalk and shake them and crack them, there is no natural light source.
I have dark vision.
I think most of us have, or even all of us have dark vision now.
Oh yeah, with those.
Yeah, because I think
goggles,
Elgar's got the
Exactly.
goggles.
Yeah.
Yes,
And TikTok does as well.
but we don't see
Okay.
any like
Okay, I
fire
think
up
I have a
ahead or
spell
anything like
anyway.
that.
So actually, Fleck there has moved up, and there's actually a number of bones on the floor where you
Those
are.
are big bones.
Can we identify them?
It looks like mountain goats.
Okay.
Ah,
Hmm.
yes. It did say that the Yetis like to eat mountain goats. That's right.
Mountain goats. This one is more humanoid shaped, and actually, it's not all bones. It's like you can still see the old clothing and stuff like that. Bones over here indicate that they're something like a feline shaped head. Well, actually, make a
Weird.
if Fleck's going ahead, can Fleck make a survival check if they're looking at this set of bones?
11.
Oh, you failed 2 levels of insanity.
It's good enough to indicate that it's, well, you can tell it's not a mountain goat. bones and it's not humanoid, but it's some sort of other animal.
Could it be a white dragon?
No, too small,
No.
and it
I
doesn't.
like the- He
And it
answered
doesn't.
that so matter of fact.
It doesn't have like wing bones, or anything of structure indicating that it had wings.
Okay.
Is Bell actually lagging behind like that, or you have Bell and Edgar, or
The front two are sneaking, so they have to be a little bit farther back out to aid that, or not if they don't want to sneak anymore.
Elgar? Are you joining the group?
Yes.
Okay. Elgar, can you make a stealth check?
Okay.
I mean, a perception check. Sorry.
Perception, that's entirely different.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. I'm much more perceptive than I am stealthy. But not apparently that perceptive right now. 14.
Okay. You get smacked in the head by a ice and snowball.
Okay. Maybe I should
Very
have made
large
it
one. Because it did you 18 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Holy moly.
So I get hit in the head by a rock.
Yes.
Where did it come from?
It came from that thing that Chris pointed out earlier. That
Okay.
Followed you in. Or was coming home and followed you in. So people can roll for initiative.
21.
6.
You
13.
lose. What was that last one?
10.
1-3.
Ken got 10, and ClickTalk got 16.
Sorry, what was yours again, Jeff?
21.
Okay. That's what Okay, Bell, you hear Elgar go, fuck, what was that?
What is it that's attacking? Oh, it's a Yeti.
It's a very large creature, probably about the size of a hill giant, but covered in fur.
Well, is it
A wampa.
up 30 feet and shoot with a bow?
Okay.
Critical. Okay, so that's 2 attacks. What is it? 2 max attacks.
Well, just one attack hit with a critical, or they're both hit with a critical.
Okay, so that's 11 damage.
Oh, it's behind us. Okay.
And I get a second attack. And that would be 21. Does that hit?
Yep.
That would be 5 damage.
Okay. Quick talk.
And I think I can put favored.
Oh, wow, that's a long distance.
Yeah, it's a pretty big cavern.
Yeah. All right. Clicked. I have to check a spell 1 second. It's a bonus action, so I can't do that. Oh, and I don't have the other one. Huh. All right. Click Talk will run towards him and cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
That gets a 12 to hit.
That misses. Emily.
I'm going to cast a firebolt at it.
Okay.
Does the 24 to hit?
Yes.
I'd hope so.
Natural creature of higher than 20 armor class, yeah. That'd be scary.
Yeah, we'd be running for our lives at that point.
15 damage.
No, 20's fine.
The unkillable Yeti.
Emily and Elgar.
Okay. I think what I probably should be doing is just helping everyone else because I'm kind of wounded now. So I think what I might do is my buff.
Okay.
So you see my spirit bear. Let me check and see how much it boosts everybody.
Oh, that's right, Wes. If I had a chance to get another animal,
You would have.
another wolf,
Yeah, because I mean, you've had a couple long rests and stuff.
okay, so I guess.
You,
Don't
you can
forget
have
the-
an undead bison.
Hey, am I allowed to? Can I have an undead bison? I'll take an undead bison. I don't have to eat.
Sure, you can have a bison.
It'd be a bit inconvenient to take him to any taverns.
Indeed.
I don't think I'm gonna have a bison. Let's have a wolf again.
Okay.
Actually, I think I can have a bison.
Fox.
It's not in the book. I'll take a wolf.
Okay.
Fox.
For fox?
In a winter area like this, it's probably more likely than a wolf. But you can probably find either.
Snow
So
fox? It could be a snow wolf.
you were buffing people, right? So they get
Yeah.
10 hit points?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm probably too far away to be buff.
Let me see what the range is. I'm looking it up.
And it was 43 temp hit points, right?
I don't think it's that high.
43.
No.
Yeah, and the Yeti's got 500 hit points, so.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you figure that out.
Level plus
Bear
a
spirit
number.
grants you and your allies its might and endurance.
Blah. Bonk.
So
What's
I'm
your
gonna
armor
get-
class?
22.
Okay. Make a athletics check.
Athletics. Okay, hold on.
So it also gives you advantage on strength checks, just for the record, and strength saving throws.
Apparently, that's an athletics check. So.
And it's plus 13.
Ooh, I'm guessing it's trying to push people into the chasms.
Yes.
And it's a 30-foot radius around the spirit, which I can move around.
Quick Dog gets a 19 on athletics.
Okay.
I
Make
guess it
a
works for the wolf, too.
Did it hit it? Did it hit Quick Dog?
yes. It hit you, and he's trying to shove you into the chasm, but
Can Quick Dog use it?
How far down is that?
But before the athletics happens, Quick Dog would probably try to use shield if that would protect.
okay. So that you do not get shoved. ClickDog reports it's far.
Quick talk. Do you have Featherfall?
What's that?
Okay, I'll take
and
that as a
then
yeah.
so it tried to shove ClickDog, and then Bell, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
It farted on you.
15.
Okay, you are paralyzed, and it stares at you. Sort of like the opposite of Cyclops instead of
Get
a
a
laser
bow.
eyes. This glowing, this cold glare.
Uh-oh.
11, and you take
Is that
23
actually-
points of cold damage.
How much?
23,
3. Ouch.
and you're paralyzed.
Who is that on?
Pardon me, Ken?
Who is that on?
Bell.
Okay.
So actually, because it's cold damage, you take half of that, so it's 11. Because you have resistance. And Fleck. Oh,
I'm moving deeper into the cave.
oh, okay. Can you position yourself?
Well, I can't see a.
Either the limit of where he could.
Okay, well, Fleck, you see another Yeti. Well, you saw another Yeti as you were running through. It was making its way to your, well, because it heard its partner
Right.
Lightning
Okay.
something.
So I'm gonna fire a couple arrows at it.
Okay. And in the distance, you see a small Yeti playing with, looks like a ball of some sort. Make a
That-
perception check.
Oh, okay. 15.
Okay. Whatever you think the thing that the smaller Yeti is playing with is a balled up person.
Or halfling or tiefling.
Yes.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Does a 9 hit?
No.
9 points of damage.
Okay. And well, you are paralyzed. Let me just double check.
Can I roll to save?
Yeah, you get to roll a save at the end of your turn. Let me just confirm what. Ooh, paralyzed. Come on. Incapacitated, so you can't move or speak, and you fail strength and dex saves. And they have advantage to hit you. So you can make another con save at the end of your turn.
I rolled 22.
Okay, you are free. Yeah, you're back to normal.
Good.
And then that's the end of your turn. And click talk.
Okay. Stab this thing with shadow blades.
Okay.
I don't know how much time I've got here, but I have a bonus action I could use to move.
You could have used it.
TikTok gets a 16 and a 13.
The 16 hits.
And 22 psychic damage then.
Okay.
I think that's a bonus action, so that is Click Talk's entire turn.
Yeah, you could have moved where, yeah, your extra distance there, Bruce. And then Emlyn.
Right. Can I put a fireball behind the thing so that
Yeah.
it hits it, but not
Yeah.
the other two? All right. I'm going to do that.
And you light the non-existent wood on fire.
Yeah.
So is this darkness? Did anybody bring a light?
It lights up briefly as the fireball goes off.
38 points of damage.
I was asking because apparently I get advantage on attacks with Shadow Blade.
Oh. You are in darkness.
Okay, then let me roll the advantage attacks.
Oh, yeah, because you missed ones.
So the second one does hit then with a 20. I assume that's a hit anyway, for
Yeah.
18 psychic. And can I use that? Is that a bonus? Yes, I can. 1 point of thunder damage.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So that was Emlyn. Elger.
I'm trying to find something good to use against it. I guess I'm just going to have to attack it.
Turn into a spider.
Like a regular size spider?
Yeah, like one half an inch across,
And then just crawl away?
or hide under a rock or something.
Maybe it's arachnophobic and you get advantage on it. I don't know.
That seems unlikely.
Well, I was intending to get a bow for ranged attacks, but I don't think I ever actually did.
Well, if you if that was your intention, you could have gotten one at the Outfitters.
Fair enough.
I'm going
All
to
right.
move my 30 feet over to here.
Fair enough.
I roll a 2, so whatever I have, I don't hit it.
Is your dark vision 60 or 120?
Mine?
Emily.
60.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't know. It
For some
depends on-
reason, Fleck's running from something, but you can't see it.
Oh, okay. I'm also not really looking that way.
Oh, as for Emily. But
Ah.
Elgar seems to be running. Fleck seems to run from everything, so.
Repositioning.
Sorry, what did you roll to hit, Ken?
I missed. I rolled a 2. I mean, that
okay.
was my base roll, but I don't think it matters what I add on to it.
Okay, so this thing glares at Click Talk. Make a Constitution saving throw, Click Talk.
No,
It's got to be magical because Clit Talk's magical.
it's not a spell though, so I can't do anything about it. 8.
Okay, you
Why
are
don't
paralyzed.
you guys move away from the chasms?
Make a Dex save.
Oh,
Click-
I see.
Click
or
Talk
Click
fails.
Talk- Yeah. And it's at disadvantage.
No, Click Talk fails because Click Talk is paralyzed.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So you get shoved. Clang, clang,
Feather fall.
clang,
Cast Feather Fall on him.
clang. Let's see.
Can you even see him?
Actually, he can.
What's the range of the spell?
Well, the
60
range
feet.
is in the. Oh,
Oh yeah, he's only 50 feet away.
yeah. You can see Click Talk fly over the edge, and
And cast Feather Fall as a reaction.
yeah, I'm just wondering what they're just confirming he's in range. The Featherfall is 2 words. Duh, duh, duh. 60 feet. Oh, no. No. Not the magical item, the spell.
Range is 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're fine then.
Duration is 1 minute, and it's a reaction.
we need one of those portal staffs.
Click Talk lands about 80 feet down onto actually on a pile of bones. After about drifting down for about 80 feet, you land on a pile of bones.
How long does the paralysis last?
Well, he gets a saving throw at the end of every round, but for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Six
Uh,
So in theory, he can
so-
fly back up.
So it shoved Quick Talk and the other one. Fleck, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, from that distance.
Ooh.
7.
Okay, you are paralyzed. Oh, and you actually. Sorry, Click Talk. You also took damage.
How do you?
No!
Remember
Too
you
much
have
damage.
You
Although
took
maybe you're out of range
20
now.
points of cold damage, but you
Ooh.
have resistance, so 10.
So these things must move pretty fast because I was 50 feet away from them.
Well,
Oh, that
no,
part.
sorry. 35
well,
feet,
okay,
sorry,
so
pardon.
but it moved up. It paralyzed you, but it's.
And then it,
Oh,
and it ends
actually.
beside me.
Let me just check something. What's its reach? Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's about 10 feet from you.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you are paralyzed, and you also took 14 points of cold damage. But because you have the boots, you take 7 points.
Gotcha.
And this thing's rolling the little ball over here wondering where mom's going. And the ball is screaming. Yeah, Emmeline and Fleck can hear that the whatever that. Well, actually, it's out of your visual range for Emmeline. Fleck might be able to see it, but they both hear like the screams of a high show screams of somebody going, stop, ow. And,
Somebody's not having fun.
no, Fleck.
Yes.
It is your action.
So because I'm paralyzed, I guess the only thing I can do is another saving throw.
Yeah.
17.
You are free, but that's at the end of your turn.
Can I take a bonus action?
No. That's the end. Your save is at the end of your turn.
At the end, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Flex. Bell. You just saw ClickTalk get pushed over the edge, and the creature is standing in front of you. Oh. Did
Do I
Jeff,
have that?
did Jeff go away
I
from you?
think
Oh, he's
He
there.
might have.
Bell? Jeff, you there?
Yep, my turn.
Okay, yeah, it's your turn.
Here we go again. Okay, do I hit him with a... I guess I should cast Hunter's Mark on.
Okay.
Apparently, ClickTalk has advantage on
I hit
save.
with a 23 with? Or a 20?
What?
Actually, is he a giant or is he a...
He's giant size, but he's not a giant.
They're just double longsword. Okay, so it is 23 or a 20 hit.
Yeah, both of those hit.
You have it.
The short sword. What about 18?
That hits.
Okay, here we go.
Level 1 action
Oh.
touch.
Apparently, ClickTalk has advantage on saves against paralysis.
Oh.
However, ClickTalk rolls an 8 on the second roll as well.
Plus 5, so that would be 5. 11 damage for the first hit.
Okay.
And the wolf
Okay.
is attacking too?
It's just an action. Well then,
10 damage with the second strike.
I better haul ass. Okay, so ClickTalk's down in the crevasse.
Yeah.
And 5 damage with the short sword.
You're way over there. And who else is paralyzed?
Nope. Everybody made their save, so. Oh, I guess ClickTalk still is.
Okay, so he's the only one.
Yeah.
Damn it. I can't get to him.
Okay, so
Because I
then
realized I have lesser restoration. All I have to do is touch everyone and I can stop it.
ClickTalk.
All right, I'll make some more saving throw.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage on this as well, I guess?
Yeah. You're sort of like R2 after he got stunned.
I got a 7 and a 13. Don't tell me if it succeeds. I'm going to use Built for Success and improve that roll.
Okay. How much do you improve it by?
2 for 15.
You're still like. You're sort of still like R2 flat on his back.
Excellent. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. And bunch of bones crunching into you. Emmeline.
Gonna do a wall of fire between,
Around yourself with the flames outwards.
across here if I can.
Okay.
Oh.
So I want to get it within the area on the other side.
Yeah.
Obviously, the fire kind of facing this way,
Yeah.
and hopefully that will hold it off for a little while there.
They shoot out for 10 feet, don't they? You can roll your damage to hit them.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
So,
And then maybe not put it within 10 feet of me.
No, the flames
I
can the flames shoot out one direction.
yeah.
Up to
Yeah.
the caster's choice. So
So away from you.
Fleck only feels pleasantly warm.
Oh, I was hoping to be the other side of the fire, but
25.
Okay.
oh,
Well, now you
boy.
can shoot your arrows through the fire, and they'll be flaming arrows.
I guess they could be, yes.
Can you confer your fire immunity to someone else?
No.
But you can pick up Evelyn and throw him through. You get it.
It has to do with my ancestry.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was hoping to draw it towards me so that I could run 90 feet in the other direction and go into the cave and rescue the whatever it is.
You can run through the fire.
Well, yeah, I could.
Ken, it's your action.
It has to do with ancestry, so therefore we just discovered that Fleck is a cousin.
All right. I still don't really know what's going on around the corner.
It's
No,
not
but
Flex
that
ancestry.
area lit up. It was dark
Yeah.
over there, and there's like
Now
there's
there
this
seems to be
orangey
some
red.
flickering flame-like light,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Okay. In the
So
meantime,
this side's under control for the moment. Let's finish off this one Yeti here.
okay. So, and Click-Tock's still down the hole, and so you and the wolf, I'm assuming that is, next to you?
Yeah.
Okay. How damaged is it anyway?
It's reasonably damaged. Because it paralyzed each one of them. Both of them didn't get attacks for one round. So,
Right.
although Emlyn did drop a fireball over there, so
Right. Okay. I will try and take another shot at it.
yeah.
Oh my god. Now I remember why bows maybe aren't the best thing for me, since I keep rolling twos.
You're looking at it. That's the problem. I didn't buy a bowstring.
I'm just hurling arrows at it.
Maybe use it like a sling or something.
Elgar, it's a bow, not an atlatl.
And that
And
level
the-
could work if I did it right.
Thing attacks.
I think an atlatl makes a great druid weapon, personally.
Yeah, actually.
What's Bell's armor class?
16.
Okay. So
Would that be more of a dart then than an arrow?
For an atlatl, that'd be more like a javelin.
Yeah. Well,
the
depends on
creature
the size of it. but
turns to face Bell, claws him, and does 30 points of damage.
yeah. Oof.
Just wildly flays at you.
Okay.
And then looks over at at Elgar. Elgar, can you make a con save?
Oh, it sees me, eh? Do I have bonuses on con saves? Let me see.
No, I don't think you can see third flames. Okay, so back to it'll be
15, is that good enough?
15? No,
Yeah.
you are paralyzed.
Damn it.
And Fleck.
Can I
Well, since
use-
there's a wall of fire in the way, I guess I'm not going to go that way. So I'll come back here and fire a couple of arrows at this other one.
Okay.
Can I use lesser restoration on myself?
Not while unconscious or paralyzed
Not
or
while
whatever.
paralyzed. No.
Which is ironic
20
because
to
it would
hit
end the
twice.
paralysis.
So the first one will be a sneak attack. Does
Oh, you got a
so
20?
But I guess if I can't move, how
I
can I,
got
touch
two
it?
20s?
Okay.
But it might be possible to do with a glyph of warding, but you don't have one of those.
So the first one does 13. Oops, wrong thing. Second one does 6.
But what about the? Were those nat 20s or just 30?
No, those were Nat 14s.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah.
Okay, that was Fleck. Bell, you're being
Yep.
mauled by this thing.
I guess I attack back.
Okay.
Is it wounded?
Yeah, it has been hurt before, yes.
I've been attacked. This is a third round attacking.
How much damage is the wolf doing?
Another critical hit. And does 18 hit?
18 hits. What was your first attack?
Critical. And I'm assuming 19 hits as well.
Yeah.
So the first attack is maximum damage, I'm assuming. That's 13 plus Hunter's Mark. So it's 18 damage from the first attack.
Okay.
$15 damage from the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
$12 damage from the third attack. I hope I'm wounding it at this point.
Yes, you're hurting it. It is very angry
Minute.
at you.
Onto it.
I have a question. I didn't track this when it happened, but when it shoved Click Talk, did it actually move?
It had. Well,
So-
actually, no. You were next to it, so no, it didn't. It just pushed you.
Okay.
Gave you a shoulder check.
Yeah.
Actually, you're too small. Probably gave you a knee check.
It sort of gets put its foot on you and just like push. Clang, clang.
I get this
Oh,
impression of
Yeah.
picking Click Talk up with his toes and just sort of lifting him over the edge.
So Click Talk, you can make your saves again.
Okay. A 23 this time.
You're okay. You're like everything like starts rebooting. You're moving. You're standing on a whole bunch of pile of bones, and
There's a world out there.
now that you can you're sort of more aware, like you can actually move your head and everything. You can see that this is at the bottom here, like that ledge you were on is more of a bridge. So there's actually a passage that goes underneath and probably towards the other part of the crevasse. It's
Okay.
basically that ledge you were on hadn't collapsed yet.
Yeah.
And what action do you want to take?
So the save is at the end of my round, right? So
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
that's right. Emily.
All right. Let's do a scorching ray against. Let's say against the Yeti.
Okay. You don't want to hit Bell?
I'd rather try not to this time.
Okay.
So does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 14 damage. And what about a 14 to hit?
That misses.
And so a 25 hits.
Yeah.
And that's another 12 damage.
Okay. It is badly hurt. And Elder.
You know what? I'm not even going to try and fire on it again.
Well,
I'm still paralyzed. I got to break
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll?
Just roll your con save again.
Okay.
You have advantage, don't you?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, that was just me.
Click Tuck had it because
So,
of racial ability.
yeah, do I get out with a 12?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
At least it's at least 16.
It swings at Bell again. hits once. For another 17 points. And it can't really get away. Well, actually, it's going to try to move away. Bell, you can get a bonus, opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say your dog can too, or the wolf can, because it's engaged.
Oh, the wolf hasn't been attacking us.
You can roll some attacks for it if you want, but
That's what I
roll
said.
your
How much damage is it doing?
roll your
It's 24, so I think I hit.
Yeah.
And I just did 15 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get 2 attacks or just 1?
Just you just get 1 for the reaction, but
Okay,
you can
the wolf-
roll. You can roll. I'll give you 3 wolf rolls because
Okay,
you haven't
there's
been
what?
attacking.
15 hit.
15 hits.
Okay, first one. This my answer. So 8 damage with the first one.
Mhm.
Critical hit with the second one.
Yeah. So the wolf
That's
actually,
10 damage.
it's dead.
Okay. The wolf got angry because it struck me so many times.
Yeah. Well, it's its master being attacked.
I assume when it dies that the paralysis ends.
Yeah.
We
Or
should
just-
guys
Enough time passes
rope
that you.
together and haul Click Talk up.
Yeah.
Why don't you remove the wall of fire so I can rescue the thingy?
Well, we still have the other one to deal with, right?
Thought we could bring Click Talk up and then do that.
But when you get to the cave and look down, Click Talk isn't there.
Because he already flew out.
All right.
Where did Click Talk go?
Click Talk went underneath to go look around.
Okay.
I'm going to look up and make sure that it wasn't an anti-featherfall.
You cast anti-gravity. Oh no.
I'm waiting by the wall of fire. Can I see anything through it?
No, it's basically opaque.
Okay, so are we ready to take on this other Yeti then?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
other than the missing Click Talk, yeah, you're fine.
Everybody else?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need
I'm
to-
at full,
I need to
I'm
get
at full hit
healed up.
points. I'm ready to go. Oh, almost full.
If you want to deal with it on your own, sure, I'll drop the wall.
Okay.
So basically, Click Talk finds under here. So basically, to the north of the map, there's another passage leading off.
Okay.
So when the wall comes down, I dash into the room.
Okay, you do not see any of the Yeti or the baby Yeti, but you do see a balled up figure. It's actually been wrapped in like a rope
Okay,
and stuff like that.
I use my regular movements to move over to the ball and try and assess if it's alive.
It's shivering and crying and struggling, but it's bound up pretty tight.
Cut him loose.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'll cut him loose.
So it is a female halfling, and
It's all right. So
she's
I'm
like
here.
gasping, and still like in shock and afraid.
Is she wounded? Does she need any
Where's the rest of your party?
She's like stammering. I don't know. We got attacked, and I woke up in here all. And that
And how
thing,
many Yeti were there? How many Yeti were there?
I only saw the one and the child. And then every once in a while, the really big one would come in and drop food and leave
Well, it's dog food now.
and kick me around.
Oh, okay. Where did they go in the last minutes? They've disappeared. Do you know where they're? What direction they went?
So you can see that there's a ledge over here, and it climbs down into another passage, and
Oh.
basically goes to where that glass.
Towards the icy thing.
Yeah, towards the exit.
So that's a ledge down or a ledge up?
This right here is a ledge down,
Okay.
and then there's
And
a
then the
passage that leads
flow
out.
back up to the ice.
Yeah, it goes back, it goes down to the ice. So they either have gone all the way around or they left.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll reassure the halfling that she's.
Have you seen the others? What happened to the others?
We're still looking.
We haven't seen any others. That's why I was asking you if you knew where they were.
Oh no!
We found your guide. He
Garrett's-
came up looking for it.
Is Garrett okay?
Yeah, he was attacked by a yeti, but he managed to escape. He was a bit frostbitten, but we found him up on the side of the mountain and were able to heal him.
Oh, well, thank you for that.
One of his dogs managed to get away and alerted us to the problem that you were having.
Smart dogs.
It'd be embarrassing. She couldn't get away, but the dog was able to, and the guide was able to. But she couldn't.
Yep.
It's a halfling. What'd you expect?
So I'm going to start looking around in all the corners up top here. See if there's any evidence of her party.
No,
No,
you guess you find some of it's really old clothing and bones and old packs and stuff like that.
Inside the barrels.
That's there's none of that
Artistic
debris.
places.
I don't know why the artist put wooden stuff up on a mountain. Yeah, it looks nice, but not realistic. Nobody's bringing a giant barrel up the side of a mountain without a
And
helicopter.
so that's not a giant box of carrots either.
No.
Does our druid or mage have any way of locating people by magic?
Where is our wizard? Hey, we're missing a wizard. Where is he?
What
Looks
about you?
I'm not a mage or a wizard.
Okay, a sorcerer.
No. If you need fire damage, I can do that, but I'm not really good at locating people.
I mean, I could try tracking, but we haven't.
I was
had
hoping
a lot
like
of-
locate object, locate person, that sort of thing.
No. If they're visible and within 60 feet, then I've got a good chance.
Quick
So
talk
the
is-
humanoid stuff that we found, that was too old to be the member of like the Goliath, right?
Yeah. There's no sign of a recently dead Goliath or Tiefling here.
So all these blood stains came from the halfling?
Yeah, I mean those are exaggerated. There's obviously blood trail, but blood drops and stuff from her. But
So I'll question the halfling more and find out where in the mountain they were when she last saw the rest of their party and whatnot.
we were further up the mountain, so on that original map, they were trying to find the old Dragon's Keep. or
Okay, so
Dragon's Lair.
the Yeti came up from behind and attacked you and pulled you further back down the mountain from where you were then.
As best as she can determine, yes.
Okay, so let's get some healing for the halfling, and then we'll need to continue up the mountain to search for the
Yeah.
rest.
For 4 damage, for 4 health.
What was that for?
Healing the halfling.
Oh, okay. She's like, definitely takes a big breath and is like very appreciative of the healing.
There you go.
Thanks for that view, Wes.
belly button.
Have we located Click Talk yet?
No.
You can hear Click Talk wandering around down below.
We can hear him.
Yeah, well, he's not trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
And he pops out and appears to be looking down the cave, and then wanders back out of sight again.
Do you have this under control, or do you need help?
I'll do some more searching to see if they've got any incidental treasure lying around.
Yeah, amongst all those old packs and everything, you find like old, a couple daggers, and probably about 50 gold pieces in total.
Okay.
Chris, you'll add that to our loot tally?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
think-
that little passage that QuickTalk found down there, it actually leads to it. It looks like.
Are there any more people down there, ClickTalk? I yell down.
TikTok's head appears, and he makes the shushing gesture with his finger, his hand, because his finger, of course, is just one big thing.
Okay.
It actually leads to a wooden door.
This looks interesting down here. We should take a look.
It's your height, like made for someone your height. Or
Okay.
dwarf.
Ooh. Dwarven
I'm
mine.
definitely not going to fit down there.